Childhood, a time to be alive, a time to really discover what is out there, and a time to really cook up with your imagination. Now, childhood is one of those things that I'm not sad that it's over. I'm just really happy that it happened. And of course, one of the most memorable parts of childhood was the games we all played growing up. Some of the good ones, and there were barely any bad ones, to be honest with you. Whoever crafted these games, they were not missing. Now, let's start with Tag and Manhunt. And now, Tag was just like a very simple game that you could play anywhere at any time of the day, like recess or something. But Manhunt, I can tell you from experience, it made the boys feel like men. Like, come on, bro. Playing in the woods in the dark hits so different because you could be hiding for hours. No one could know where you are. Now, obviously, being the seeker in Manhunt fucking sucks, all right? I think everybody can agree with that. But being someone who's hiding, oh my god, it's amazing because you can move around and they wouldn't even know unless you make too much noise. And in my case, I did. I was munching on Oreo cakesters every day, so you can really only imagine how that went for me. When I was sitting there in the woods sometimes, I would literally whip out my iPod Touch and start playing mobile games, bro. We cannot forget. Mobile games were every kid's peak entertainment back in the day. Whenever you were bored and your friends weren't around, you'd always whip out a mobile game. One of my personal favorite mobile games, even now to this day, Clash of Clans, Where's My Water, and most importantly, Dragon City, the sponsor of today's video, baby. So of course, when I was sitting there in the woods, I was over there creating my dragon empire. And you can do this by collecting, hatching, and evolving over 1,000 unique dragons. You can customize your dream city with magical habitats, buildings, and decorations. And now, even as a grown-ass man, I still got my dream city. And I had the volume up as I was engaging in epic PvP battles with other dragon masters to prove your dragon strength and dominate the leaderboard. And maybe I'm not on the leaderboards yet, but I'll get there, bro, I swear. And unleash your dragon's powerful skills to conquer challenging quests like the Wizard's Hollow. Join a vibrant community of players and collaborate in alliances to unlock exclusive rewards. Dragon City has a bunch of installs. 450 million. That's a lot of installs. Embark on an adventure filled with enchanting quests, ancient legends, and mythical creatures by downloading Dragon City today, baby, by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code on screen. Get a special bundle with 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and the epic OV dragon to get you started. Thanks to Dragon City for sponsoring today's video. But yeah, I would play mobile games pretty frequently, and it was a prime source of entertainment for me. Now, speaking of Manhunt, this was pretty much Manhunt, but inside. Hide and seek. Hide and seek inside hits so different. I mean, I don't know why every time, bro, I always wanted to play inside. It didn't matter. It's just much better, and a lot of the spots were just a lot more creative. Like, what are you gonna do outside? Just hide in a bush? Like, there weren't really many places for me to hide without being extremely obvious. There would always be that one kid that would just cap about the number he counted to. Or either that, or you got that kid that would count really fast. Like, you got him sounded like he's going through a fucking seizure at 10 years old. What did they... Like, Jesus Christ, dude, chill out. Like, it's not that deep, bro. It's just a game of hide and seek. But I get it, though. Everybody hated being the counter. No one wanted to be the counter. Kids would sacrifice all the money they had, all the $5 they had in their pocket from chores to not be the counter. I mean, me personally, yeah, I was definitely not trying to be the counter. I would just get flamed whenever I wouldn't find people, and it would just piss me off. Now, hide and seek was a really good game for when it was raining, and another game that was fire for when it was raining. Board game. Y'all gotta remember the classics, bro. Candyland, Monopoly, Jenga, and even, fuck it, sometimes Farkle with your grandma. I don't know. I genuinely had no clue how to play Farkle, though. Like, my parents and grandparents would play it, but I had no fucking clue. Then you got card games like Uno, bro. Uno would come in so clutch whenever it was raining, bro. That shit would keep me distracted for hours. Even to this day, I'd be locked in on Uno. Board games and card games are just so crazy, bro. Like, I remember sometimes I would literally sit there with my brother for hours and just play board games as 2 players. Some games required more than 2 players, but we still made it happen somehow. And if I'm at a friend's house, we really balling out with like 5-6 players. Then we'd all sit down on the couch and one of us would say, "The floor is lava." And then we were acting like it was some kind of big crisis happening. The world was exploding in our child minds, and if we touched the floor, we were dead. There was no going back. So we would use everything in our power to just traverse without touching the floor. And sometimes I would even pretend like I was surfing on lava. I was really into the floor is lava game. Maybe way too into it. Because after the game was over, the house would be a fucking mess, and my parents would be pissed. "Burdie, what the fuck? Would you let a bear loose in here?" No. It was crazy how much I was acting like the world was on fire or some shit. Now, speaking of acting, have y'all ever played Charades? I don't know if this one was just me. I remember I had a babysitter when I was in the 3rd grade, and she taught me how to play charades. My imagination was blown away. I was just so just amazed at the fact that you could be anything. You could be anything that you put your mind to. I could spawn in as a penguin. Yeah, but I'm so dead serious. I genuinely said I was going to be a penguin when I grew up. I could not tell you my intelligence level. I don't know how the fuck I got into college. Honestly, bro, I don't even know. And some people sucked at it so goddamn bad, it made it impossible for me to take a wild guess who they were trying to imitate. This kid would do some weird ass fucking dance. Then everybody's looking at him like, what the hell is he even doing? And then he says, oh, it was so obvious. I was Usher, guys. Literally just flailing your arms around like a fucking idiot. How the hell are we supposed to know? Duck, Duck, Goose. A very iconic game. I've been a Duck, Duck, Goose champion since I hopped out the womb, bro. I was grinding Duck, Duck, Goose at 3 years old, bro. This is the first game that I learned growing up. The first time I ever played it, I played it in my preschool class. And let me tell you, bro, I cooked. I was an absolute unit. And sometimes on field day or at recess, we were running the biggest games of Duck, Duck, Goose known to man. We had the whole gang in the circle. Anyway, speaking of gang, check out my new brand, Bird Gang. And join the gang by dropping a follow on the Bird Gang Instagram. If you want to cop a piece, go to birdgang.shop. Look at these quality designs. Who doesn't want that? They're limited time, so get them now. But let's talk about some other recess games. Foursquare and Kickball. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really play Foursquare that much. I was a Kickball demon, though. I'm gonna be real. No, I wasn't, bro. I was fucking trash, bro. The ball would literally just fucking drill me in the face, bro. I'm not even kidding. And when I was up at the plate and it was my time to shine, I would kick the ball a solid few inches. Pause. And everybody thought I was dookie, so I was always one of the last picks. There was never a time where some kid was like, yo, it's Burdie. Yo, bro, you're first. You're first. I was always one of the last people picked. And of course, we can't forget hopscotch, bro. It's a classic pavement game right there. My balance was dookie buns, bro. Like I said earlier, the Oreo cakes were not helping my case. Now, sometimes at recess, I would play a game that wasn't really a particular game, but it was a pretend game. Think of something in your head, you craft it, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna pretend we're in Minecraft. That's what we used to do back in the day. But now kids are pretending that they're in Skibidi Toilet? How does that even work? I mean, maybe I just don't understand because I'm not exactly the target demographic for Skibidi Toilet. During these pretend games, our imaginations ran wild. Some kids even brought in their fucking diamond swords and pickaxes, and some people were even brazy enough to bring their Minecraft costume. Bro, come on. Some dude really brought a Steve head. I'm like, nah, bro, you're crazy for that one. But anyways, at school sometimes, we would also play Simon Says. Y'all remember Simon Says? That shit just a classic for real. Now, I actually wasn't too bad at this game. I would hesitate sometimes, and it would absolutely kill me. But it kind of trained me to think quick on my feet, which I really do like. And there was always that one dude that thought he was slick, bro, pretending like he didn't get out. Yes, you got out, bro. Sit your ass down. I would play Simon Says in my gym class sometimes. It was pretty fun, but you know what was better than that? Dodgeball. Nah, when it was Dodgeball day, we were blessed. There was no better feeling than just pelting a ball at a kid's face. Come on, bro. Especially if it's your school bully or something. But I hated the people who were absolute tryhards, though. Come on, bro. You really gotta be like that? They expect me to catch 3 balls in the air at the same fucking time. Dude, it's not gonna happen. It's a 1v5. The gym sweats were mad annoying, but Dodgeball was really fun, though. Especially when I got a gym sweat out, bro. I was hyped. We used to also play this variation of Dodgeball. It was called Cannonball, where pretty much you would throw the Dodgeball in the basketball hoop, and if you scored, your entire team was back in. Added a new, unique element to the game. It was pretty fun, and it didn't make it entirely impossible for me to lose if it was a 1v5. I could just make a bucket real quick and save my team's ass. And if you got one in, nah, bro, you were Timothy Jones for the day. Everybody's gassing you up for the rest of the day. They're acting like you solved world hunger or some shit. And now this by far had to be the best game in gym class. Bro, when we played games with the scooters, oh my god, bro. Nah, it was an even better day than Dodgeball. Because in gym class, think about it, you're stuck playing some sport that you really don't care about. I'm not at all a soccer prodigy. I'm fucking getting nagged every second of the day. But if I get to play a game with the gym scooters, nah, bro, it's over. And with these scooters, we would do team races. It was pretty cool. Who doesn't love whipping around on one of them Johns? I'm sure as hell I do. And to be honest with you, I'd even do do it as a 20-year-old, bro. And then for the rest of the class, we get to fuck around with the scooters. Nah, those were the times, man. You spin your friend around until he's seeing stars and just launch him to the other side of the gym. Nah, bro, I miss the scooters. I might have to buy one on Amazon and do some stupid shit with it. And now I saved the worst games for last, all right? Those were all the good games. But here are the ones that just absolutely suck. I'm sorry, I know this might be a hot take. I hated the cheese touch game. Like, I genuinely experienced some kind of anxiety when I got the cheese touch because I thought, like, I was going to be ostracized by my peers forever. I thought my reputation as a first grader was up. And now seeing me getting treated like that, I was like, dude, I don't even know if I want to give it to anybody else, but I'm like, fuck it, man. I gotta do it because, you know what? I feel bad, but I don't know. I'm not trying to live with this cheese touch. Like, I could just imagine the moldy piece of cheese from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I don't even want to think about it. Now, literally keep my fingers crossed at all times, bro. Like, my fingers actually hurt so bad at the end of the day. And the dumbest game of all time, by far, has got to be that stupid okay sign game. You look down, you see the little stupid okay sign, and then the kid gets to slap you in the face. That was the premise. This one was primarily in my late middle school, early high school days. Like, some kids be putting shit on their moms, too, and then I look down, and then they're just doing the little stupid okay sign. Like, nah, bro, you just took your mom's like, bro, what are you doing? Do not put it on your mom if you're gonna cap, bro. Like, some kid could be like, yo, bro, this girl just texted me, like, on moms, bro, on moms. Look. You look down, and then he fucking slaps you in the face. Now, the games were just iconic, bro. It made childhood 10 times better. And remember to use my link in the description or the QR code on screen to download Dragon City. A huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. It really would help me out a ton if you download the game.